It's a music computer. Well, it was supposed to be a music computer, but I screwed it up many years ago. And this time, I'm trying to kind of revive it. It was all hot glued, it was all absolutely awful, gnarly inside, so I had to do a huge restoration job on these. But the main idea is that I had two LCD screens. There was just one of them in the original build, but the second one was just laying in the junk, so I took it with me as well. And the Arduino Mega, which I bought as a schoolboy. I saved up a bunch of money, bought it, and tried to make a MIDI sequencer with it. And first problem was that my hands were probably growing out of my ass back then, so I made an awful job doing that sequencer. And secondly, I didn't really have anything to control with the fancy MIDI thing. So now, as I grew up and I became a nerd with these DIY stuff, the Eurorack analog modules, and also non-Eurorack modules, I decided to revive this project as a more modular assistant, so to say, computer. So on the rear is going to have some analog inputs and analog outputs and digital outputs. And on this side is the power and two DIN5 sockets. These are not MIDI sockets, these are auxiliary and keyboard sockets, because this one goes over to this absolutely humongous keyboard. I think it was built back in like 95 or something like that. It's really old, very clacky. So yeah, out of other controls, it has 3 potentiometers right there, and basically 2 output screens. So let's put it back together. So far it doesn't do anything musically interesting, but I've done a lot of wiring and soldering there. It was a pain in the neck to make all those wire bundles, but so far I managed to, let me grab the power cable, to make the keyboard and the screens work. So here you can have the keyboard and type in like Astro the Fox. Oh, I made a typo. Astro the Fox. There, much better. Yeah, that's me. So far it has no erase function, which I actually don't need. So we can also type like modular synth exclamation mark. And of course it has the backlight. Fun fact, this one was made in China and this is made in Russia. Compare the backlighting. Anyways, of course this thing isn't anything useful so far. So these outputs and inputs, they don't do pretty much anything. But this is a first little video of a series in which I will be telling about my progress with this thing while we all are sitting in a lockdown due to the coronavirus. So yeah, stay tuned for more updates. Hopefully for the next time I will make the digital to analog converters for these outputs and actually start making something. But yeah, thank you and goodbye.